the subscribe button if you don't want me to come at night.
In the heart of winter, a lone figure trudges through the snow towards a centuries-old mansion, its silent walls whispering tales of horror. Meet Jack, our protagonist for this chilling adventure. A historian by trade, Jack's thirst for knowledge runs deep, often leading him down paths less trodden. This winter holiday, his curiosity has drawn him to a historic home, a place of eerie whispers and chilling tales. Despite the locals' warnings, Jack remains undeterred. The whispers, they say, arise from within the mansion's very walls, each one a chilling echo of its tragic past. But Jack, with his insatiable curiosity and his belief in logic over lore, shrugs off these tales as mere superstitions. He steps into the mansion, the heavy wooden door creaking shut behind him, sealing him inside the whispering walls. Little did Jack know, the whispers weren't mere tales. They were echoes of a tragic past waiting to be heard. Night falls, and the mansion's eerie silence is punctified by the occasional creak of the aged wooden floor. As the moonlight filters through the lace curtains, Jack finds himself in awe of the mansion's grandeur. The intricate carvings on the mahogany mantelpiece, the faded portraits of stern-faced aristocrats, the musty scent of old books in the library. Every corner of the house whispers of a bygone era. Jack roams through the mansion's labyrinthine corridors, his footsteps echoing in the silence. Just as the grandfather clock in the hallway strikes midnight, he hears it. A whisper, soft and indistinct, like a sigh carried by the wind. He brushes it off, attributing it to the mansion's old age and his overactive imagination. But as the hours tick by, the whispers grow louder, more insistent. They seem to emanate from the very walls of the mansion. Jack presses his ear to the cold stone, and what he hears sends a chill down his spine. The whispers aren't just noise, they're words. Snatches of conversation, fragments of a love story steeped in sorrow. Hushed voices speak of a clandestine affair, a jealous suitor, a tragic end. As the reality of his situation sinks in, Jack's initial awe of the mansion gives way to a primal fear. He's a guest in a house filled with echoes of a past that refuses to stay silent. Fear begins to creep into Jack's heart as he realizes he's not alone. The walls are speaking and they have a story to tell. The whispers grow louder and more insistent, painting a vivid picture of the mansion's tragic past. Our protagonist, Jack, finds himself entranced by the murmurs seeping from the very walls themselves. With a curious mind and a racing heart, he starts to document the whispers, attempting to decode the spectral echoes of a bygone era. The whispers speak of a time long past, of a young couple deeply in love. They were the beating heart of this mansion. Their laughter once filled these now eerily silent halls. A tale as old as time, young and reckless, they believed their love could conquer all. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. The young man, a charismatic character with a heart full of dreams, was falsely accused of a crime he did not commit. The townsfolk, quick to judge and slow to reason, hanged him in the town square. His final breath was a plea of innocence that fell on deaf ears. Left behind was the heartbroken woman. Her dreams of a shared future shattered. She was a living ghost in the grand mansion that was once filled with the promise of love. Her sorrow echoed off the cold stone walls, her tears staining the heartwood floors. As she drew her last breath, alone in the mansion, her despair etched itself into the very fabric of the house. Jack, engrossed in the tragic tale, can't help but feel the weight of their sorrow. The whispers, once just eerie sounds, now carry the heavy burden of a love lost to time and injustice. He feels the essence of their tragedy creeping into his own existence within the mansion. As the tale unfolds, Jack can't shake off the feeling that he's being watched. The mansion's tragic past is alive, and it's closing in on him. The echoes of the past are not just whispers in the walls. They are a chilling reminder that history, especially one as tragic as this, never truly rests. The walls are no longer just whispering, they're screaming, filled with a sorrow that transcends time. The once subtle whispers have turned into desperate cries, echoing through the historic halls of the mansion. Jack, alone in this grand yet eerie place, feels an unseen presence growing stronger. It's as if the very air around him is heavy with the weight of untold stories, stories that demand to be heard. The mansion seems to come alive, its every corner echoing with the heart-wrenching pleas of its past occupants. Objects begin to move on their own, as though manipulated by invisible hands. Doors slam shut with a force that sends a chill down Jack's spine, a force that seems to say, there is no escape. The temperature drops dramatically, making the atmosphere even more chilling. The cold seems to seep into his bones, a stark reminder of the tragic spirits that still linger within these walls. Jack, who once laughed at the idea of the supernatural, finds his skepticism crumbling. He now finds himself believing in the unseen, in the tragic spirits trapped within this haunted mansion. And just when he thought things couldn't get any worse, the whispers stop abruptly. The mansion, once filled with the sounds of its past, falls into a deafening silence. A silence that's even more terrifying than the whispers. But why? Why this sudden silence? The answer to that, my friends, is a tale for another time.
Hit the subscribe button if you don't want me to come at night.